Hi guys, welcome to another Buzzin Chat Show here on Buzzin Pattaya and to our second edition of the show. And I'm sat down here in the ROMPHO beer market in Yaya Bar, which if you come in the main entrance and then just head up, it's a bar just on the corner on the right hand side here. And as you can see behind me, I'm in the bar complex, which back in the day used to be fantastic, but sadly it's a little bit quiet, as we all know, and we know the reasons why, so there's no point going through that. All right, so today, firstly I want to say thank you to everybody that commented on the first Buzzin Chat Show we did. You know, I wasn't sure if this was a good idea, I didn't know whether we should do it or not, but anyway, you know, the comments have been fantastic. Thank you so much for your encouragement. And here we are, and as promised, I said I'll go around different locations and try and bring different things to the show. So I'm in the ROMPHO beer market, which is in CHEN, and if you haven't been, come over of an evening. It's not too bad actually. Now I apologise if the video wobbles slightly. I'm on some wood decking, and I've only got to move, and the whole thing shakes and turns around, etc, etc. But anyway, hopefully it won't be too bad. All right, so before we get into today's show, I just want to say a huge thank you for all your comments about the taxis and about the dentist. Oh, I don't want to mention that word in the first chat that we did. Thank you so much for all your recommendations. That's what makes this channel so special. It's got nothing to do with me, it's all about you. You guys have got all the knowledge and all of the experiences you can share, so thank you very much. And if you didn't watch the first Buzzin Chat Show, please have a look back where we discussed about taxi services we can recommend and the dreaded dentist. Yep, they're the people that you all know give me a phobia. Anyway, so before we get into it, I want to shout out some welcomes to Diligent Crab. Hi there, how you doing, buddy? He's been with us a long time, and he missed the first shout out, so there you go, mate. Hopefully you got that one. And to our new members, which is Serenity, AGOGO. Wow, that's a good name to have on here. CYRIL, CHEN, PA Comanche, and Steve Brown. Guys, thank you very much for supporting the channel, and I look forward to meeting up with you guys once we start doing our Buzzin members bar crawls and sharing all the discounts and stuff that I'm currently putting into place. So welcome, thank you very much. I also want to say a shout out to another YouTube channel called Thailand Bound. Recently he went live, and the discussion was talking about other YouTubers, and he was very, very complimentary about the channel and about the presentation and what we do here. So thank you so much, it's really kind. It's nice to see other YouTubers supporting each other, because quite honestly a lot of the YouTubers, particularly here, tend to keep themselves to themselves and don't like shouting out each other. But anyway, so thank you very much, Thailand Bound. Much appreciated, and thank you guys in the comment chat section of that live video, because you were recommending Buzzin and saying how good this channel is, and honestly guys, absolutely delighted. Thank you so much. All right, so today's today's questions. Okay, Jack Michael Davis has asked, do girls get tested for STD? Well, that's a really good question, and I can only answer it the honest way. Is that some people will say they do, some bars will say they test the girls, some bars don't bother, some places leave it up to the girl. But those of you that have been here a while will know that pretty much you can get whatever you want here. So if you need a certificate to say you're a doctor, you want a driving license, you know, especially around Koh San Road up in Bangkok, you can pretty much get whatever you want. So I would say what you're doing is you're basically allowing them to dictate your safety. What I would suggest is, you know, guys, bag up. You know, if you're gonna go play the game, bag up, you know, and just don't put yourself at risk, because especially if you're here and you've got a relationship back home, and you know, you get carried away in the moment, whatever, and you decide to have a bit of fun and you get yourself caught with a disease or whatever, you know, it's really not a wise thing to do. So, you know, and if you are going to buy the condoms, go to a pharmacy. Don't buy the ones from these guys that walk around the streets selling them, because trust me, the last thing you want is one to rip. So, you know, just take the emphasis yourself. Don't worry about if the girls are tested or not. You make sure you take care of yourself, and please remember, leave the side street sellers that walk around, leave them alone. Go and buy proper condoms. And the same is said with Viagra. You know, there's guys walking around selling a box of Viagra, 4 tablets for 100 baht. Think about it, you know, think about it. The real deal is a lot more expensive, so just be very careful. And also, if you have a bad batch, you got nowhere going to. Go to some of the pharmacies here. There's loads of pharmacies. The best one is next door to Tim's bar on 2nd Road, the pharmacy right next door. Been going there for years and years. All the stuff that they supply in there is really good quality, so check that one out. Okay, so Jack, hopefully that answers your question. Warren and both AA as well said, is it safe to swim here? If you're in Pattaya City and you're on the beach, do not swim, guys. They pump all kinds of stuff in there. It really is quite brutal. If you want to swim in the sea, go around to CHEN, and if you really want a nice experience, go a bit further down the road and go to AMPHUR. The beach down there is lovely. It's very quiet. If you use a taxi, jump on the Bolt. Download the app called Bolt. It's about 150 baht, take you down there, and it's beautiful, really nice, very quiet, lots of food, lots of stands and beach huts, etc. And you'll have a great time. And the water there is definitely okay to swim in. Would I swim in Beach Road here in Pattaya? Absolutely not. Would I go to CHEN? Yeah, probably. So, you know, guys, just if you have to swim in the sea, I would recommend staying away from the Pattaya City Centre and go to CHEN, but definitely go to AMPHUR. Mark Morris, now this is a good question for the newbies here. So Mark Morris said, when you get a girl come up to you that's being really nice, but she's not your cup of tea, you know, how do you deal with that situation in terms of asking her to go away? And I think the first thing to remember here, guys, is don't be emotionally attached. This is business. You might not like me saying it and you might not agree with me, but at the end of the day, the girl is coming to stand with you because she's hoping you're going to buy her a drink and possibly more. So if it is business like it is, then treat it that way. You know, don't be rude, but be respectful. Say, thank you very much, but I'm okay. And, you know, I'm just going to drink on my own. And, you know, if there's another girl there that you like, don't be afraid to say, look, I'm all right for you, thank you, but could you ask your friend to come over? They don't care, all right? They're not going to get upset. They're not going to start shouting and screaming at you. They're just going to go, okay, and they'll call their friend over, and that's it. So, Mark, if you are here as a newbie and you've not experienced this before, and it's a good question, you know, a lot of people ask the same sort of things, just be polite and just say, I'm okay, thanks, and, you know, they'll leave you away. If they keep on and on and on, then, you know, likewise, just be a bit more, not rude, but abrupt, you know, say, look, I'm not interested, go away, please, leave me alone, and they will get the hint and they will disappear. So hopefully that's answered your question, Morris. All right, so I've got a few more questions. Now this one, suicide. I'm just going to stop my paper blowing away. Hang on, there we go. All right, so Andrew's asked the question about, is there many suicides here? So, in answer to that question, Andrew, we used to have quite a lot of what we call the jumper clubs. And unfortunately, you know, people come here, they have this dream, they have this vision that they're going to live happily ever after and everything's going to be just roses. And sometimes, and very sadly, it doesn't happen that way. And in fact, sometimes what actually happens is they end up losing everything, and then they sit there in this world of turmoil and pain and think, what happens now? And particularly if you're in the golden years of your life, because, you know, you're not in a position where you can just nip back and start earning a bit more money and dust yourself down and say, okay, that was one of life's experiences. So yeah, you know, over the years, not so much now, but over the years, yeah, we have had a fair few people that have unfortunately taken the option to leave us and to jump off of a condo. I would also say that I would be quite happily arguing with anybody that maybe some of them didn't actually jump. And, you know, we've had this situation before, because it's not like you can just go down and ask them, excuse me, mate, you know, did you actually jump or were you thrown off there? You know, sometimes if you get yourself in hot water, I mean, it can be brutal here. So, you know, I don't really want to talk about that side of things in terms of like specifics, but what I'm saying to you is just be very careful. You know, if you're going to play the game, play the field, and you've got a missus and she's got a big family, whatever, just be aware that, you know, things can turn quite nasty. And obviously, if you are free falling from the 10th floor, there's chances are you're not going to be able to get back up and talk about it. So, you know, in answer to your question, Andrew, right now there seems to be less, but in the past sort of 5-6 years ago there was quite a lot. You know, we'd have a lot of jumpers here, unfortunately. Okay, next one is Mosia. Now, you've asked a question about golf societies here. Now, for me, I'm not a golfer, so I don't really get involved in those, but what I will do is I'll put a link in the description below for you, which will talk to you about, which will highlight some of the golf societies I know about. Now, the good thing is I'm sure a lot of you that are watching this video do play golf, And if you do, please, drop some comments below. Where is a good golf society that you know of? Now, the ones I want to mention are Retox Game On, iRovers, Billabong, the Outback Bar, and the Golf Club in LK Metro. I will put links in the description below, so if you are trying to find where I'm talking about, look down in the description and I will put the links to these places. But they've all got golf societies. But as I say, guys that are watching this video that actively play golf, I'm sure you can help on that question and drop some golf society questions below for me. That'd be fantastic. All right, so last question, Frank L, and I've left this one to last because it's a really good question. My top 3 pieces of advice that I could give to a newbie. And it's a great question, Frank, and it really is a good question because, to be honest with you, there's more than 3. But I'm going to give you what I consider to be 3 top pieces of advice, and maybe you guys agree with me, or if you disagree, please list your top 3. But the first thing I want to say to people that come here for the very first time is, guys, keep it real. Okay, just keep it real. Think about it, because it's very easy to get swept up in the emotion here. It's very easy to get lost in this fantasy world that you're living. You're walking around, you're being told you're a sexy man every 2 seconds, there's beautiful sunshine and climate here, you can party every night like it's a Saturday night. Just keep it real, guys, because if you wouldn't party every night back in your home country, don't come here and do it. I appreciate it's a holiday and you want to let your hair down and have some fun, of course. But what I'm saying to you guys is, if you're not a big drinker, don't start drinking like you are, because there's nothing worse than getting heat stroke and dehydrated out here if you're nailing beer after beer after beer. Likewise, just keep it real. Try and keep your feet level. Balance your time. Don't just necessarily go out on the lash every day. Go and explore the city. Go and explore the islands nearby. Just keep it real, guys. Tip number 2, falling in love. It's so easy to do, and it breaks so many hearts. Remember why the girls are working here and what they're trying to achieve. And what they're doing is they're here because they need money. And secondly, you may be that golden goose that's going to lay the egg for you and lay their egg. And you might be the person that they're looking for, and they're going to tell you all the things you want to hear. So at the end of the day, unless you really are looking for a long-term relationship, then I would suggest, please guys, if you are going around all the bars and having fun, keep it that way. There are millions of girls here. You can find a girl around every single corner of every single street, in every single bar. Don't fall in love and go back to the same place time after time after time. I'm not being horrible, I'm not being nasty, I'm just being honest. If you do meet someone, fantastic. But guys, please, just give it some time, particularly if you're only here for a short term. Just try and give yourself the best opportunity to not fall in love, as much as it's so hard, because they are stunningly beautiful, most of these girls here. And the last piece of advice for the newbies, guys, jet skis, motorbikes. Leave the jet skis alone, all right? They are here, they are available, and you can have some fun. But there are so many people, as in previous videos that we've made, have all highlighted the fact that you've got to be very, very careful, because it's very easy to be accused of you've damaged something, it's not working properly, etc, etc. The boys in brown will come back, and trust me, they're going to support the Thai guy, not you, and it can end up in a lot of problems and a lot of tears and quite expensive. So please, if you are here for the first time, just be a bit savvy, try and stay off of them, as much as they are great fun. And motorbikes, if you haven't ridden a motorbike before, I know you can ride a motorbike, you can hire one, I understand it, don't do it. And if you have ridden a motorbike and you're not a very proficient rider, please guys, I can't express it enough, I can't tell you enough times, riding a motorbike here is treacherous. The bikes come on the wrong side of the road, they come towards you, there'll be bikes cutting you up, the list is endless. So please, if you are thinking about riding a motorbike, for the sake of a taxi, just save yourself the problems and just use normal motorbike taxis, and always haggle. Don't accept the first price. If he says to you it's 150 baht, tell him you'll pay 100 and haggle. All right, don't take that first price. And download, if you've got a mobile phone, download an app called Bolt. Bolt is a really good app. You can get an air-conditioned taxi for next to nothing. They're cheaper than the motorbike taxis, believe it or not, right now, and they seem to be staying that way. So download the app called Bolt. All right, so that's it, guys. That's pretty much what I wanted to do. One final shout out, and that is to Rex. Now, Rex is GP's dog. GP, your dog Rex, there you go. Hope you're okay, fella, and make sure you're giving him lots of walks. Get him out there. All right, now, please, for the next show, I will be doing the show from my home in Korat. So I'll be up there, and we will do a walk around when I'm up in Korat one evening to show you what it's like up there. So if you've never been to Korat, that's something that I'm going to do for you. But please drop your comments below. If there's any questions you'd like to ask me, I will do my very best to answer all of you like I do. Some of the questions you ask I'll bring to the show. The other ones I will answer in the comments like I do. All right, so that's it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you so much for supporting the channel and for your comments and likes, etc. It's fantastic. I really am blown away and very humbled by it, if I'm being honest. All right, so there you go. Have a great day, guys. Please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Don't forget to join our members area. There's more and more guys joining, and we're soon going to bring lots of benefits to you, bar crawls, discounts in certain places, etc, etc. I'm working hard on that, and that will be released very, very soon. And check out our Telegram group. We've got over 1,000 members in our photo gallery group, and we've got about 700 members in our chat group. So please, there is a link down below in the description. Just click the link and just join up. All right, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and please, guys, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.